Hey, so I'm going to do something that I've been requested many times over the time that I've been doing videos. I've never done this before, obviously, so bear with me, it might be a bit shit. But I'm going to do a lesson, maybe a few lessons. But what I want to do today is Tragician by Frnkiero and the Cellabration. It's one of my favourite songs to play from Stomach Aches, and I've covered it like 5 fucking times or something, so here's a lesson. I hope this helps. Bear in mind that I'm playing in standard tuning, but when they play it live, they play it in E flat, so that's every single string half a step down. Okay, so the introduction goes like this. Right, you recognise that? So it's played throughout with the D string open, and it starts on the 7th fret of the G string. So you play these notes here. Throughout this, you're going to have to kind of work out the rhythm for yourself. I'm just going to show you the notes. Okay, so it starts on 7, then goes up to 9, 11, then 12. So like this. So remember, this is the D string open, and then the string that I'm saying the numbers for is the G string. And then it kind of climbs back down again. So it goes from 12 to 11 to 9 and then back to 7. But if you want to make it sound fancy, then you can do a little hammer on pull off like that. So the next part that I've just spoken about will go like this. Okay, and then it goes. So it's quite simple. I'm assuming that you know how to play guitar basically when I'm doing these. So I hope that makes sense. I'll just play through that one more time. Okay, cool. And then it goes straight into the first verse, and this is based on a power chord. Although there's a weird power chord in there, there's a weird kind of chord thing that I'll explain to you. But it starts off with the 5th fret of the A string and the 7th fret of the D string. So, following the introduction. And then. Okay, so that's the first bit. And then there's a kind of weird thing. It's the 7th fret of the E string, the 5th fret of the A string, and the 7th fret of the D string. So after you've gone, it goes, and then a regular power chord, 5th fret of the E string, 7th fret of the A and the D strings. So that's like. Okay, and then that happens again, except you don't have that weird chord, so it goes. And then it's a regular power chord from the 7th fret of the E string. And then back down. Okay, the next bit is a bit different. It goes down to a G power chord, which is on the 3rd fret of the E string. So you would have gone. And then up to the 5th fret, and then kind of slide up to the 7th fret like this. So that's kind of the pre-chorus. Now is the chorus. So first I'll say the power chord bass bit, and then I go on to the weird bit that happens up here that sounds super cool. Okay, so the chorus. Sorry if I'm rushing this, but I have shit to do. The chorus goes like this. It kind of jumps around at the beginning. So it's power chords, pretty simple. Starts on the A string at the 5th fret, and then jumps down to the 5th fret of the E string. But then it jumps up again like this. So the chorus following the pre-chorus goes like this. Chorus. Okay, so it's just those power chords following that kind of pattern that I've shown there. All kind of based around here, like you don't really have to go very far. When I play this, as you may have seen in covers, I do a load of weird shit. So like when the chorus starts, I go like, and that is kind of how Frank messed around with it live, or just like throw in a pick slide, or some shit like that. Okay, so that's the rhythm of the chorus. There's another bit that nobody seems to play when they cover it. It's up here, so you want to have the 14th fret of the G string, the 15th fret of the B string, and the 14th fret of the E string. So it's like a D chord, but up here. So it goes like this at the beginning. And then 14th fret of the G string, 14th fret of the B string, 12th fret of the E string, 12th fret of the G string, 15th fret of the B and the E string, and then 12th fret of the B string, 10th fret of the E string, and then 14th fret of the B string, 12th fret of the E string. So it just repeats that process, that kind of sequence. So it's like this. Okay, so that's the bit that Evan Nestor plays live. Okay, so altogether that would be like. And then it starts the second verse. There's not really much to it. All I do here is just go. Another thing that I'm going to add in that you could do on the first verse as well is the kind of rhythm bit, is basically the bit that Evan plays underneath. So where it would go. Like I said before. When it gets to this bit, the second chord, there's a funny little bit that's played like this. So it's the 7th fret of the E string, the 5th fret of the A string, and the 7th fret of the D string. So. And then 5th fret of the E string, 4th fret of the A string, and then 7th fret of the D string. So. And then it continues again. Okay, let me just think about where the song goes from there. And then the guitar comes in the second one, in the second verse. Kind of slides down like that. So after that second one, the pre-chorus goes like this. It's a G chord, just a regular G chord, not a power chord. And then up to an A. And then you kind of mute it. So. And then G again. Let it ring out, and then A. And then it brings you back into the second chorus. So that second verse was like. back into the chorus again. Okay, after that it changes up a little bit. After the chorus you go down to an E, like this. And then you get back into power chords up here on the 5th fret of the A string, kind of working your way down like this. That one there was the 4th fret of the A string and the 7th fret of D string, so you kind of have an in-betweeny power chord. Back to E. I chuck in this a little bit. So does Frank. And then it's octaves. So, well, this is how Frank plays it. So it will go. Octave means you play like a power chord with 3 strings, but you miss out the middle one. So for this one, it's the 5th fret of the A string and the 7th fret of the G string, and it works out like that. Okay, so that whole bit after that second chorus goes like this. And then back into the final chorus. Then you can either do a power chordy bit or an octavey bit. I prefer to do the octave thing, so I'm going to teach that in this lesson. So after that kind of last chorus, it goes. And then this bit to finish off. That's basically the outline of the song. It's not that hard. I mean, there's a cool little bit in the chorus that you could play if you wanted to, which is probably as hard as it gets. Other than that, it's just a matter of memorizing it. To make it sound better, just like add in random shit. Like before a chorus, you can go. I just fucking mess around. Pig slides, you know that. That's basically how to play it. I may have explained that really badly. I have no idea. But if you have any other questions about how to play it, then leave a comment below. Let me know if there's any other songs you want me to teach. If there's any advice as to how I could teach better, then please say, because I want to make it as easy to understand as possible. Cool. I hope you enjoyed.